When writing your work, if you use words, ideas, or other types of information belonging to others and present them as your own, you're committing plagiarism. Plagiarism is the fully fledged theft of intellectual property. When are you plagiarizing? You're plagiarizing when you use your sources without suitable references and bibliographic entries and are therefore appropriating the ideas of others. You're plagiarizing when you translate and present in another language the same phrases written in the original language without referencing the source appropriately. Be careful, because not all cases of plagiarism are the result of a deliberate intention to cheat. If you forget to insert references to sources you have used, you are still plagiarizing, albeit unintentionally. Even when referring to web pages, you must always indicate the origin. Copying and pasting from the internet is actually one of the most widespread and penalized forms of plagiarism in the university environment. You're plagiarizing every time you do not include a reference. There is specific legislation that protects the rights of authors of creative works. It is called copyright law, and its goal is to make sure that authors receive fair economic and ethical recognition. This legislation is also being breached when someone commits plagiarism. Preventing plagiarism is of considerable importance for the whole of the university and scientific community, and guarantees what is defined as academic integrity. For this reason, the condemnation of plagiarism is clearly stated in the Code of Ethics and for Research Integrity of the University of Milan. Beware, the university has tools designed to detect forms of plagiarism in research work and thesis, in the form of software known as plagiarism checkers, which are able to detect plagiarism in a text automatically. At this point, you may be asking yourself if you have to fill your work with quotation marks to avoid plagiarism. The answer is no. You can use text-rewarding methods known as paraphrasing and summarizing. Paraphrasing and summarizing are ways of naturally including an existing theory in your assignment. In this case too, remember to insert the bibliographic references for sources. Paraphrasing consists of changing the words and parts of the text in the original source without changing the meaning. Summarizing presents the main ideas and concepts in the original text succinctly. How can you paraphrase and summarize effectively? Use synonyms and related terms. Change the word order. Change affirmation to negation in sentences or vice versa. Change the active voice to passive and vice versa. Do not change proper nouns and terms that are scientific or significant or used with a particular meaning by the author. Do not change the tone of the sentence you're referring to, because it may change its meaning. Do not add or remove relevant information. Now that you have become familiar with the various tools for rewarding a source, you know that if you want to use the author's exact words, you should use a quotation. If you want to abbreviate a long text, you should write a summary. If you don't want to interrupt the flow of the text with numerous quotation marks, you should opt for paraphrasing. Above all, remember to always insert bibliographic references to the sources you're quoting, paraphrasing, and summarizing.